Hey, what's up? David Taub here, co-creator of NextLevelGuitar.com. Hope all is going well, and I hope your guitar and musical journeys are going famously. And today I have for you a little arpeggio trick where we're going to be able to move quickly across the strings and play some arpeggios in a different position that's super easy to find. And often these little tricks, these little devices make such a big difference. Things that you really don't even have to think about, that you never really kind of knew were there unless someone kind of showed you or pointed you to them. And then once you know them, they're just so easy to grab and could really make a huge solo statements in your lead guitar playing and improvisation. You could do me a huge favor and please subscribe to the channel. You know, subscribing to the channel, that really helps us to keep bringing the content, as well as then you'll be notified when we have new lessons posted. Please leave a comment below. You know, let us know how you like this lesson and what lessons you'd like to see coming up. And if you like the video, please click the like button, give it a thumbs up, share it, and thank you so much for your support. We're going to be using a jam track for application purposes, and it's just a simple 2-chord track, just an E minor chord to a B minor chord. And if you want this jam track, I want you to have it because this will give you application to practice. I'll tell you a little bit later how you can get this track and 5 more for free. So this is a cool little arpeggio triad device that pretty much will work with most keys, and it's just to give you another tool in your lead guitar toolbox, something that's easy to move around, you don't have to think about it a lot, that can, you know, really be a springboard to some new sounds. Now, if you're familiar with my lessons, you know I'm really big on triad-based soloing. Love using the triad, and a lot of times I'm using those minor or major triads. And the minor triad is the root or the 1, the flat 3rd, and the 5th. Now, the jam track, remember, we're in the key of E minor. So let's first find the minor triad off of the G string root, and that one will be right here. We have our E note on the 9th fret of the G string. So in the key of E minor, the minor triad would be the E or the 1, the flat 3rd, which would be the G, and the 5th, which would be the B. So if we find those 3 notes, there's our E, this is off our G string root, and this is movable. This is how we're going to kind of move this around. Off of the E note here on the G string at that 9th fret, then there's our G note on the 8th fret on the B string, and our B note is on the 7th fret of the high E string. And there's our E minor triad. Okay, now that's movable by that G string root. So like if I wanted to play that in the key of A minor, just move that root note on that 3rd string to an A note. And our A note on the G string is here at the 14th fret. And there's our A minor triad. If you wanted to play it in B minor, let's say over the B minor chord, okay, so on the G string, find your B note, which would be here at the 4th fret. And there's our B minor triad. Okay, and you heard me playing a lot of triad type soloing over the intro. Now, so that's movable. Okay, so keep in mind also that that lives right inside our E natural minor scale when we play it in the key of E minor. That scale off the 7th fret off the A string root. So it lives right in that scale. That's really super important because, you know, you just don't want to play triads and arpeggios up and down the neck, up and down the neck. There's nothing melodic about that, right? To make these triads and arpeggios sound good, you have to work them. You have to take them, attach them to licks. You have to take them and bend the notes, slide them around, use vibrato, right? Attach them. Then you're really starting to phrase things together and sound super musical and, you know, play some killer solos, right? You have to take the notes and do musically interesting things with them. Just like this isn't music, just taking a scale and playing it up and down the neck. That's not musical. You got to take those notes and work them and slide around, do things with them, bends, you know, all our lead guitar techniques. Jam tracks are just an invaluable tool. You really want to apply what you're learning in a musical situation. The track I'm using in this lesson, I'll tell you what, I'll send you that track and 5 more. I also will send you 2 ebooks. In one of the ebooks, I take each track and I break it down one at a time, and I go over all the chords in the track. I go over soloing strategies to consider for each track, what scales work, why they work. And in the other ebook, I diagram out all the scales so you see them on paper. It's an awesome practice tool. I'll send it to you for free. 6 jam tracks, 2 ebooks. Just click on that link below. So now you know the triad lives in that scale. You know it, we're in the key of E minor here. So here's the little trick. If you take this triad, and if you can imagine with your first finger, now slide it up to the root note on that high E string and play the triad there. Technically that's A minor, but we're gonna make it sound E minor. All those notes are still in E natural minor, right? So, that's what we're going to play, and we're going to attach it to, I guess you could call that like an E minor 6 sus2 arpeggio, because we're on that F sharp. Right, I like that. So basically, why this is valuable is because you could be soloing and using this triad, and then just move it right up, finding the root note in whatever key you're in this instance, E on the high E string. And you can just attach it to the same shape triad or arpeggio and do something cool with that, right? So we're just kind of moving that shape from here to here, and we're making it work in E minor. And that'll work with any key pretty much for the most part, where you're playing the triad off of the G string root, but you find the next one on the high E string root, right? And you work it like that. Now, this, what I just played here, basically lives right inside this natural minor scale, E natural minor scale, off the low string 12th fret E note. And that's important because now we can attach that to scale notes, end on an E, and give it that E minor flavor, but making it musical. If you just take those notes starting with our E off the 14th fret on the D string, and you have that cool sounding kind of minor 6 sus4 arpeggio, sus2 arpeggio. And then you start playing around with those notes, throwing some bends, pull-offs, and you have all kinds of licks, and you have this cool little device that you could use any key, anytime. Right? And you could just attach, and now you're moving across the neck, you're attaching your ideas together, you're getting some cool new sounds and playing some things maybe you weren't playing before. But it's super easy to see because you're just envisioning it on the G string root, triad, then on the high E string root, and playing a triad, which is technically in a different key, but when you emphasize the root of the mode, in this instance E, E natural minor, we're making that sound E, because we're playing over E minor and B minor, right? Just start working those notes with your bends, pull-offs, slides, double, triple up, vibrato. Right? Focusing and landing on those E notes, really driving that into the listener's ear. So have fun with that and experiment and use it over that jam track. Be sure to get that jam track and use it and listen for how those notes sound over the chords. And you might want to do the same thing, but move it to B minor over the B minor chord, right? So now you're playing over each chord independently for that real sophisticated sound. So have fun with that, enjoy it, put your own spin on it, make it your own. Remember, practice and apply over jam tracks. Make music and put everything into a musical context, right? And remember, it's all about the sounds. And don't forget, please subscribe to the channel because that really helps us to keep bringing the content, as well as then you'll be notified when we have new lessons up. And also make sure you get the jam track I used in this lesson. Click on that link in the YouTube description box. I'll send you my jam track coach for free. 6 killer jam tracks 2 ebooks, which I go over all the tracks one at a time, let you know what the chords are, scales, diagrams. It's a great practice tool. I'll send it to you for free. Just click on that link below. And if you'd like to hear a lot of these concepts, but within a song, right? I recently dropped a new record with my original band, Mind Cell. We're based out of San Diego. I think it's a slamming record. Some of the best music that I've ever written. I'm really stoked about it. I'd love for you to hear it. It's streaming on all the platforms, and I'll put links to all of that in the YouTube description box. So be sure to check that out. Let me know what you think. Let me know how you like the songs, or if you have any questions on how I'm building the solos or the rhythms, or maybe on the studio production or the gear I use. Drop me a line. I'd love to hear from you. And thank you so much for your support over the years and years. So appreciated. Enjoy this wonderful guitar, and remember, your guitar playing is an evolution. So enjoy the journey. Take care, rock on, and I will see you in the next lesson.